according to this witness, it was Brigadier Kininda who was accompanied by 3 other people. It was Brigadier Kininda was doing the talking and the other one was writing. He does not know this other person was writing. And that happened and that happened in July, according to him. Because soon after, that is now the following day, soon after they consulted with him, or they were there to see him, to go and apologize for it, to say that. Thank you, madam. Because the following day after they had consulted with him, he had a conversation with accused number 5, who was also housed in the same correctional center. Accused number 5 told him that no. In the evening, they also approached him with a view to charge him, but then he did not cooperate with them, my lord. So I do not know the 6 people. And this witness specifically says that was in July, although it does not remember the date. It's far from the date of the 19th of August 2020, my lord. Okay.
He was at the peak of his career. Who did not like that?
Is this just...
I'll say it was a hit. Where is the mastermind?
Thank you, Brigadier.
You can read it. That's an argument.
Yes. You testified that you made a statement.
Wethule ubufakazi-ke ukuthi-ke une-statement owasenza.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. And then you said it was at a time when you were at Galakabusha Correctional Facility, correct?
Ushilo kona ukuthi lokho kwenzeka-ke ngesikhathi wawusesejele laseGalakabusha. Yes.
And the statement was reduced to writing.
Nokuthi sabhalwa phansi. Yes.
Furthermore, Brigadier Kininda also testified that they took a statement from yourself.
Naye-ke uBrigadier Kininda wethula ubufakazi-ke kuyona le nkantolo ukuthi-ke bane-statement abasithatha kuwena. Yes.
And at this stage, can you also confirm that your full name is Qiniselani Bheki Kuthintwa Buthelezi?
Ungaqinisekisa ukuthi amagama akho aphelele uqiniselani Bheki Kuthintwa Buthelezi? Yes.
And then you were born in 1986, August 6th.
Wazalwa nge-6 August 1986. Yes.
And then you also confirmed that you also signed the statement.
Uyaqinisekisa nokuthi wasayina futhi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then your ID number is also on the statement. I want to read it just for your security.
Inamba yakho ke umazisi ibhaliwe ke napha ngeke ngiyifundeke nayo ngokuvikeleka nje kwakho ke noma ekuhlanganisa nje ukuvikeleka kwakho. Yes.
And then I want to then show you a document at the stage. It's an original. Can you see that document?
Uyabona?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you recognize the signature at the bottom of the statement?
Yes.
Is that your signature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then on the next page of the statement, there's also a signature. Do you see that signature?
Yeah. Yes.
And then there's also a date just above your signature.
Date not 1908-2020.
And the time.
Isikhathi 8 o'clock.
And then there's also a signature at the bottom of the statement.
Yes.
And then there is a signature of Brigadier Gininda.
Stop Brigadier Gininda. Okay.
And you said this statement was taken from you at the time you were at Kalakabusha prison, correct?
Ushilo ukuthi ke sathatha bona ke ngesikhathi wawuseseqala kabusha. Yes.
And this statement was taken by Brigadier Gininda.
Ukuthi ke saphala Brigadier Gininda.
Ngiyayiqinisekisa ukuthi Gininda yona ukhuluma naso sibhala umuntu oyahamba naye.
I wouldn't be certain, but at the time when Gininda was talking, someone else was writing who was with him.
But as an officer of this court, now I know that this handwriting is the handwriting of Brigadier Gininda.
Manje ke nanjengomuntu ke osebenza ke kule nkantolo noma ukhona ke nkantolo sengiyazi ke manje ukuthi isandla lesi esika Brigadier Gininda. All right.
And then you've also confirmed that this is your signature as well.
Now uyaqinisekisa ukuthi wena wasayina lapha. Yes.
There's one on the first page and there's a signature also on the second page.
Signature lana wasayina futhi nalana futhi.
Yes.
Yes.
And the statement was duly commissioned.
Okay. Ukuthi ke basi beka noma ke besayinda ke ngokwasemaphoyiseni ngipheceleziko lebo bathi bona ke ucommissioner. Right.
And then it says it was done so in his presence, Brigadier Gininda at Kalakabusha prison in Pangini.
Uyasho ke lana ke uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi lokho kwenzeka ke ekhona yena ejele ke lase eKalakabusha eMpangeni.
And the date there that is appearing is 2020-08-19 at 20.
Ayike idate 19 August 2020 isikhathi u8.
Thank you. And then it was also your testimony that this document was never read back to you.
Ushilo ke kufakazi bakho ukuthi ke abakazi bakufundele ukuthi emuva ukuthi beqedile ukubhala abazange bakufundele. Yes.
In what language were you communicating with Brigadier Gininda as well as the people that he was with?
Manje ke wena nayo Brigadier Gininda kanye nabantu ke ayenabo iliphi ulimi enanikhuluma ngalo? I was conversing in isiZulu.
And then Brigadier Gininda
yena. I think he was conversing in English. I'm not certain.
So how did you manage to communicate with him?
Manje ke kwenzeka kanjani ke ukuthi ke nikwazi ukuthi ke nizwane? Yaka, the prison head, was assisting us.
So as Brigadier Gininda was asking you questions, Yaka will act as a translator?
Wayithi kumugcinile buza abe uyaka yena ke sebeyatolika ke. Yes.
So Yaka can also attest to what was being written on this statement.
Manje ke uyaka lokho kubhaliwe lana naye angaqinisekisa noma angakufakazela lokho kubhaliwe lana. Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, nikuphi. Ngicela sondelani. Wonders shall never end. Wonders shall never end, and wonders will never end in the court of, in Judge Rata's court. Nangizwa. Now, Usibanda, Dr. Sibanda, just expose Ukininda in the middle of the people right during the day. Exposing ngenye indlela, you won't understand. But after listening to the clip, the second one, where he was talking, Dr. Sibanda, there you will hear ukuthi namhlanje uze ngenye namhlanje. Ngiyanibulisa. Hello, members of the Court of Public Opinion. I am your host, Mrs. Independent, aka I'm not a lawyer, but I know when evidence is not only investigated but collected. I know that when the evidence is collected and not investigated. Now, Uqiniselani says he was charged. Umkhane and the big dudes, they went to Kalagabusha prison. They went there to charge him for Senzo Meiwa murder. They took his thumbprints. They took his DNA because they said they brought something and he opened his mouth and they put that, they swabbed his mouth, right? So they took DNA. They took thumbprints. They gave him, is it a certificate of rights or is it a statement of rights? Something like that. They gave him that and they left. But before they leave, he said to them, "Whoa, man, you are charging me for Senzo Meiwa's murder. But when that murder happened, me and my brother were already over here. We were here. We were already incarcerated then. So what are you even talking about? What are you even saying? Okay? Make it make sense for us." They say, and who told you this? And they say, okay, if you are saying what you are saying, we need to go and verify the information that you are giving us, okay? And then they left. And ngempela, 4 weeks later, they came back. And when they came back, now, Kininda comes back. Now it's Kininda who comes back after 4 weeks. He is being called to the office of the head of the prison, Mr. Yaga, right? He's called there. When he get there, it's Kininda. It's these two other guys who were there when he was charged 4 weeks ago, and there's this new one. This new person, Umamfundis Ageko. But in the previously visit, Umamfundis was there. So now, Kininda saying, "We are sorry for charging you. We understand, we have verified the records, and they are showing that, yes, you and your brother were incarcerated when Senzo was murdered. So it can't be you guys." And said, "Olisa, we're sorry about that." Okay. And it's okay, fine, sharp. And then Kininda said, "Okay, now we're going to need you to give us a statement, a written statement confirming your alibi and confirming that honestly you were incarcerated." Manje, here is the thing with me. There are records already that are, clarifying this thing and that are confirming alibi and his brother. So why does Kininda want a written statement? Why? And you already know the answer. Members of the Court of Public Opinion, you know the answer. He just wanted to author a statement ngendlela yakhe to do izinto lezi adume ngazo. That's all. Because there was no one who's disputing there was no one who was disputing ukuthi these people were not incarcerated. No one was disputing that. So why would you want them to write it down? Not even writing it down, to narrate it to you, and then when you write it down. But at the same time, you are not the one who's writing down. This other stooge is writing it down, you know. But he complied. He gave his statement, and his statement was so narrow, okay? Just an alibi to say, on this day, we were incarcerated and we were released on this day this year, right? Simple. Guys, it's so scary. So scary. You know, when you look at the scenario in a legal system, I mean, the idea that the police or a high ranking investigator can take a simple, specific statement from, you know, a person and inject completely fabricated, incriminating evidence into it to build a case against someone. If Brigadier Kininda asked the witness Uqiniselani for a very narrow statement simply to confirm that he and his brother were in prison when Senzo Meyiwa was killed, but the final document that was read today suddenly includes a whole narrative naming accused one Umuzi Sibiya that Ulona Uqiniselani included in that. That is a very massive red flag. If I have to say, why would Uqiniselani abhale statement to, you know, to name Umuzi Sibiya as one of the person who could have done or who took part when Senzo was unalived? Because if you listen to his testimony from the beginning, he explained thoroughly that yena Kininda, they just came to Elona where he was, I mean, at jail where he was, and they took that statement. I mean, they charged him, and then he explained to them what was happening. But now they say, no, write a statement. But why would he include Umuzi in that statement? And now, the reason why I am saying Ukininda is being exposed by Usibanda here, this is the reason. Ulona Uqiniselani uthi mina I was narrating to Kininda. Kininda was asking question. I was narrating in Sizulu. He was speaking in English, Ekomsha, and there was this guy who was writing down. But now, when you read the statement is being read, Usibanda tells us that Kininda wrote the statement. Usibanda tells us ukuthi Kininda wrote the statement, and he's saying it ngobo arrogance, saying ukuthi me as the officer of the court, I know this handwriting yaka Kininda. So, members of the Court of Public Opinion, what more do you want? And when Uqiniselani athi, I'm not gonna go any further, a statement sami, it's only like maybe 2 paragraphs, and that's it. Now, where it says anything about Umuzi Sibiya, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna answer, because that is not me. That is not my statement. And then Ulona une arrogance, Dr. Sibanda, just because he's a doctor, and he's forgetting that right now, he's just taking practicals. He can be a doctor, yes, but there's no experience there. And he should really thank Advocate Mnisi, because Advocate Mnisi is giving him a real life experience, real life court experience, unlike Ubaloyi sitting there sabotaging doctor, and doctor naye he thinks he knows better just because no DR before his name. Just relax, Dr. Sibanda, relax. Okay? Soak in the experience so that next time when you speak, you'll speak like a doctor, and, you know, umsebenzi wakho would talk for itself than to try and do all these things that you are trying to do right now to impress who? I don't know. But again, you just exposed Ukininda and to tell us that Ukininda wrote the statement because you know his handwriting. Now, when Ukinselani said, I'm not going to answer anything that has to do the statement where it names Umuzisibia, it's like maybe he is being disrespectful. It's not. But okay, let me not talk too much. Let's take a listen further.
My Lord, at this stage, the state begs leave from the court to then confront this witness with the contents of the statement that he signed, commissioned in his presence, interpreted by Mr. Yaka. The only issue is the one of credibility, whether indeed the witness, Mr. Brigadier Gininda, did read the statement back to the deponent.
What's the time?
It's 2:56.
Okay, fine.
It is the court matter. The court's finding, therefore, or in the court's view, that despite the fact that this statement was never read back to the witness and the witness was never afforded the opportunity to read it back, the statement was adequately proven.
No, he's proving it. What are you doing now, sir?
He is saying, my lord, may I then proceed to confront this witness with the content of the statement, despite the fact that this witness says it was never read back to him,
because
and he never read it, and that's a question of credibility. I'm asking this court, whether this court is therefore of the considered view that despite that necessary
the court is.
The state has been proved.
The court is of that view because
thank you, my lord.
The doctor is trying to prove the statement.
Is the
Not basement.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.